So in this video we are going to do the first scene of our little project, and the first scene will be to illustrate the planet Laiotes and to actually zoom a little bit on it. This will give the kind of feeling to the spectator to know where they are, and it will be an introduction to the topic of the video. So to do that, I will go to my platform that is called OpenArt, and I will quickly present you a little bit how this platform works. So let me go there. So here is the platform OpenArt, and you have several options. You can generate images, you can generate stories, and what we're going to do is to generate a video, because when you create a video, you have several options. You can create a video starting from text. You have to prompt here. You can start a video from an image, from elements, and you can do even upscale and several things that I won't go into details. But what we're gonna do is to start a video from an image. And since we have already material from Laiotes, and that I want to keep a certain consistency to our whole story here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this image as a first frame. So when I speak about first frame, it means that we start the video on frame 1, and from there we tell the AI how we want it to be filmed. So we can say what kind of camera angle we want, the evolving of the camera angle, and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply go over here, and now I can drag and drop this image that I want to be a bit smaller. Okay. Sorry, this is a bit the mess here. Okay. Where is it? Okay, this was the image that I want, so I simply drag it here. And now, once I have the image here, this is the start frame. I can even define the end frame of it. However, I don't really want to define it, and I have to select the models. And with that's the great thing about OpenArt. You have really plenty of models, and these models all have different capacities. And each model has capacities and also costs. And for this is a quite simple first scene where I simply will kind of make a zoom on the planet with a small rotating effect, so that we have the idea that the planet is moving. And for that I will use Pixverse 4.5. This is quite a cheap model with only 75 credits, and it does quite a quick rendering. And so I can make a turbo 720, 1080. If I increase this, it's going to be a bit more expensive, so I will go to 720, and I will make it 5 seconds is enough, I think. So now we have to prompt the thing, and the thing is, AI needs to know what it has to do. So the prompting is very important, and most of the time you describe the subject, then you describe the style, and then you describe the camera movement and so on. And since we start from an image, we don't have to describe the subject. We have it already. We don't have to describe the style, because the image is giving this. So more or less we can concentrate on the camera movement. So what I write here is the prompt. So camera zooms in slowly and pans right. But I have forgotten that I want the planet to rotate slightly on its axis. Planet slowly rotates on its axis. Okay, Kara zooms in slowly and pans right. So we should have a kind of movement from the planet and the movement from the camera. So let's create this. it's a first try, and not all it doesn't always work very well, so I will just start this, and then we will see whether we are happy with what we generated. That's the thing with AI, is that you might need to generate the same thing over and over again, and it's a good thing to start maybe with something rather low cost, and then you can maybe improve the model at once you have the prompt the way you want it. And normally with Pixverse, with such a thing, we should get a decent result, but you never know. Maybe the planet turns on the wrong axis, uh, or suddenly it adds things that we didn't want to, because that's also something that sometimes you have the possibility to change. It's to put a negative prompt. Okay, let's have a look at what we have here. Okay, well, not too bad, I would say, huh? So we have a slow rotation of the planet, and we have a nice panning, but I wrote pan right, and it's actually, oh, it is panning right, sorry, it's correct. Well, I have to say that this first uh, trial was not too bad. I'm quite happy with it. I think we can take it like that. When it comes to sound and speech and everything like that, this will come in a second phase. So I will add that in while I edit it. Except from when people are talking, this I have to do at the same time. And but more about that in the next scenes. So this was our first scene. I show it to you again so that you can look at it again. So this is our first scene. It will last about 5 seconds, and I think this is plenty. What you can also do, for example, when you have such a scene and you have only 5 seconds, since it really doesn't matter how fast the planet turns and how fast things are panning, you can slow down the video. You can make it like half the speed or something, and you can gain like a double time just by doing that. Little trick that I found out. And sometimes, since it costs so much more to generate a long video, and it's much cheaper to make a short video, so it's maybe worth it to use such a little trick. Okay, that was it for this first scene. Hope it gave you some insight in how such things work. Thanks a lot for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.